Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about I Use My Words, a poem by Jaymie Gerard. Let's begin with the first stanza. First, I will read through the stanza, then I will explain it. Goodness, I'm angry. It makes me want to shout and stomp and wear a mean face to let the anger out. Instead, I use my words to say what I am mad about. Now look at the first line carefully. Goodness, I am angry. The poem begins with the word goodness. Goodness is an expression, and this expression is often used as a substitution for the word God. In this poem, it has been used as an expression to express surprise or anger. The first line says that when the poet is angry, she generally wants to shout to release the emotion. Now, this question might come to your mind that what is emotion? Emotions are mental states which is associated with thoughts, feelings, pleasures, displeasures. Paul Ekman, the American psychologist who has defined 6 basic human emotions, which are anger, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, surprise. The poem I Use My Words deals with 3 basic emotions, which are anger, sadness, and happiness. The poet talks about anger in the first stanza, about sadness in the second stanza, and about happiness in the third stanza. Let's come back to the first stanza. It makes me want to shout and stomp and wear a mean face to let the anger out. Besides shouting, the poet also wants to stomp. What does the word stomp mean? Stomp means to work with loud, heavy steps when someone is angry. So the poet wants to work with heavy steps in anger. She wants to do other things as well. What is it? She wants to wear a mean face. Mean face means angry and rude face. It means that through the poet's facial expression, one can easily find out that she is in anger. There is another line which says to let the anger out. What does this mean? This means to release the anger. Instead, I use my words to say what I am mad about. The line begins with the word instead, which has been used here as an alternative or substitute. The poet does not do what she wants to do, but she uses her words carefully to say why she is angry or what is the reason behind her anger. Let's come back to the next stanza. Goodness, I am sad today. It makes me want to cry and pout and whine and whimper and sniffle, sob and sigh. Instead, I use my words to tell everybody why. The second stanza begins with the expression goodness. The poet says that she is sad today, and as she is sad, she wants to cry. Here are few expressions like pout, whine, whimper, sniffle, sob, and sigh. Pout means to push the bottom lip out. The poet wants to push her bottom lip out because she is sad. Whine. Whine means complain. The poet wants to complain why she is sad. Whimper. Whimper means to make low crying sounds when someone is upset. As the poet is upset, she wants to make low crying sound. Sniffle. Sniffle means sniff while crying. Sob. Sob means to cry with a loud sound. The poet wants to cry with a loud sound. Sigh. Sigh means to give out a deep breath. As the poet is sad, she wants to give out a deep breath. But the poet does not do these things. Then what does the poet do? The poet uses her words very carefully to express the reason for her sadness, to express why she is sad today. Now moving to the next stanza. The stanza says, "Goodness, I'm happy. It makes me want to run and go wild and act all crazy until the day is done. Instead, I use my words because that way we can all have fun." The third stanza also opens with the word goodness. But now the poet is happy. So, the poet wants to run everywhere to express her happiness and go wild and act all crazy until the day is done. She wants to go wild. She wants to behave crazily to enjoy the happy moments in her life until the day is done. This means until the day is finished. She wants to express her happiness throughout the day. Instead, I use my words because that way we can all have fun. Then the poet intentionally uses her words to explain why she is happy, so that all can be happy and all can have fun together. Let's come to the final stanza of the poem. When my feelings get too strong, I know it's time to say, I will use my words to show how I feel in a safe and healthy way. In the final stanza, the poet, Jaymie Gerard, says that when her feelings get too strong, then also she carefully chooses her words to describe, to express her emotions in a healthy way without hurting the emotions of others, so that everybody feel safe and sound in a healthy way.